Good afternoon. We are leaving our regular programming for just a moment for an update on the breaking news today surrounding the fire in the town of Campbell. News 19 was on the scene this morning where area firefighters responded to a large fire on the south end of French Island. The fire department says there are no deaths and no injuries related to that fire. Crews arrived about 1:30 this morning. They found a structure fire located near the tie yard of Omaha Track at 505 Bainbridge Street in the town of Campbell. The facility chips recycled railroad ties. Then they store them at that location. Some of the wood chips are used at the power plants on French Island. Now, before we go to the scene, let's take a live look. I should say it was a recorded look during our daybreak program from the downtown Skycam this morning. You can see at that time the fire was quite active. Now, however, that fire is about 30% contained. Now we want to take a look at that same downtown Skycam. This is a live look where you can see the smoke plumes still coming from that major structure fire just across the water there. Fire crews continue their work to contain that industrial fire. They say they will remain all day long. News 19's Crystal Flintrop is live in the town of Campbell. And Crystal, what can you tell us right now?
Well, Dave, according to the Town of Campbell Fire Chief Nate Melby, when crews first arrived on scene early this morning, the fire was mostly contained to the single shed and surrounding areas. But now, as we take a look at that shed, it seems to be completely destroyed. Melby said that this facility would store wood chips in the shed and in piles surrounding the. But with all of that in mind, he said there was simply too much fuel and that it was making it hard for these crews to extinguish the fire, especially taking the wind into account.
The wind, as it increases, helps the fire build, and so we've tried to contain the fire to the area that's been burning. But as we do that, as the wind increases, it also changes the strategy, and we have to try to get on top of the fire more, push the fire back onto itself.
Well, Dave, they have been checking aerial views of the fire, but earlier when we spoke to Melby, he said the smoke was so thick that they estimated that the fire was 30% contained. And as you can see, they are still working out to put out some of those smaller fires around the shed. Now, Melby says this was a multi-company operation with 3 fire departments responding to put out the fire. He said at least 30 firefighters responded, and they have been rotating throughout the morning. And Dave, these crews will be on scene here through most of the afternoon, if not the evening, working to completely put out this fire.
All right, Crystal, we appreciate that report. Difficult to see all that damage thanks to the fire department and all those people involved. We know there were no injuries, once again, no deaths related to this fire. You may know we've been covering this story since early this morning, and we'll continue to cover it all day. We will provide an update on that situation during our evening newscasts. We are going to send you back now to regular programming.